Atom size, mass, and valency. We have already seen that the size of an atom is determined by its radius. An atomic radius of an isolated atom is the distance between the nucleus of an atom and its outermost orbit. As it is too small on the tip of the needle, also millions of atom lies. So meter, centimeter, millimeter are very big units. So we started using the smaller units for measuring the size of an atom, and that unit we are using is nanometer. So 1 nanometer is 1 upon 10 raised to 9th part of 1 meter. So when you collect 10 raised to 9 nanometer, it will become 1 meter. Okay, then you just get a glance of the size of the atoms of hydrogen, water, and hemoglobin, just to give an idea about what is the size of the atom. Hydrogen is very small, measured in 10 raised to minus 10. Water molecule in nanometer, it is hemoglobin is 10 raised to minus 8. As it is 10 raised to minus 8, this is bigger, right? Now, to see about the atom, we need to have the electron microscope to see. So this is a picture of the electron microscope through which we are able to see the atom. Now let us go towards the next part, which is the mass of an atom. Mass of the atom is supposed to be concentrated at its nucleus because neutron and proton of the nucleus, whatever is there in the nucleus, so called as nucleons, right? Their number, total number, is the atomic mass of the atom. Now children, electrons are having the negligible mass, say as compared to 1 lakh rupees. 1 rupees is negligible. Suppose somebody asked you 99,999 rupees. You will say take this 1 lakh rupees. You will not take that 1 rupee back. Hmm? So the mass of the electron is also that much small as compared to the mass of the proton and neutron. Proton and neutron are almost having the equal mass. Okay, so what we have done is we have taken the hydrogen atom, as it contains only one proton and no neutron. So it is being the least one, we have taken that mass as the one unit, right? So when we take one carbon atom and keep in one pan, when I will keep 12 hydrogen atom, it will come to balance. It will come to the balance part, equilibrium part. Hmm? So it means that carbon is 12 times heavier than the hydrogen atom, right? And hydrogen contains only one proton. So the mass of one proton is approximately equal to 1 unit. And then we had discussed about the nitrogen also. Nitrogen atomic number 7. So 7 electrons and 7 proton. Moreover, it has got 7 neutron also. So 7 proton plus 7 neutron. So 7 plus 7, 14. So atomic mass of the nitrogen atom is 14. So in a similar manner, you can see this periodic table in which all the atoms have written with their atomic number and atomic masses. Okay. You can just, I have shown you just two parts. See here, hydrogen is 1, 1.007. So roughly you can equate it to 1. And carbon 12.011, which is roughly equal to 12. So carbon is 12 times heavier than the hydrogen. You can see that, right? Last time I asked you to fill up this chart, as the hydro oxygen is 16, sodium is 23, like that you are asked to fill up all the things. Huh? So I hope everybody has completed this. So go ahead. We'll go ahead today with the chemical symbol of an element. Now, in the chemical symbol of an element, yeah, one more thing, that it is measured in atomic mass unit, and atomic mass unit is said as Dalton, whose value is 1.66 into 10 raised to minus 27 kg. Can you name this scientist? Yes, he is Dalton. Now, what Dalton thought of, instead of writing hydrogen, copper, silver, etc., we should put some symbols for it. I can just show you this all symbols. So instead of hydrogen, what he has put a symbol, circle, and that's one center part like that. So this is nothing but the hydrogen. Okay, so like that for all the elements, some of the other symbols. But it may be easy for him because he has the other symbol. For us, it becomes so difficult. Circle के अंदर center is one of the element. Then if you draw like this is another element. You just have a circle, it is oxygen. Circle के अंदर if this is plus, it is sulfur. So much difficult to remember all these things. We get confused. So we, today we all are using the symbols which are determined by the IUPAC, that is the Union International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. That means copper we are using Cu, for hydrogen we are using H. Now what is the speciality of this? Children, here always first letter is capital. Right, as we have the hydrogen here, hydrogen you can see it is just denoted by H. Now if the two or more compound name starts with the same letter, for example copper, cobalt, carbon, calcium, etc., all starts from the letter C, then you have to take the first letter C, of course, and that has to be capital also. But the second letter can be any dominating letter from it. Here is the scientist John Berzelius who has derived this system, and we are using the system which is derived by this John Jacob Berzelius. Okay, so one should know that we are using all the chemical equation shortcuts instead of writing water H2O, etc. Who is responsible? It is John Berzelius who is responsible. I normally show all the photos of the scientists, at least you should recognize them. Okay, when the photo comes in some of the quizzes and all, at least we should know that personality, right? So for the hydrogen, we have capital H. For nickel, as nitrogen also have starting from N. So we decided nitrogen to just N, and for the nickel it is N and the second letter which is small. So what you have to follow is you are always going to write down the first letter capital and compulsory second letter small. Some of the students when they write about chlorine they write this way. This is wrong way. Second letter cannot be capital. It has to be small only. Okay, just one letter or maximum two letters. That is how we have decided. Now let us go ahead with the molecules of the elements and the compounds. Now children, as you all know that some of you can sleep alone in the bedroom. Some of you needs the brothers or sister or other mama to sit next to you. So same thing happens with the atoms also. Atoms, some of the atoms they live independently. They are not frightened, and some of the atoms they can't live independently. They need some support. So who is there to give the support? Of course, उसके जो भाई बहन है, okay, their own brothers and sisters. So oxygen combines with oxygen, other oxygen atom and makes oxygen molecule. right? So nitrogen combines with another nitrogen makes nitrogen molecules. So if there are two atoms which are combining, we say they are diatomic in nature. So like that, there are many compounds which are elements and the compounds which are having more than two atoms, right? So here is the example of the oxygen. See the two atoms, they are combining with the bond here. Nitrogen also. So this is how the molecules they combine. Now let us understand. Okay, we understood that they are monoatomic, diatomic, fine. So what do you mean by now the molecular mass? Atomic mass, so we have understood. Now let us come to the molecular mass, and which in turn gives the concept of the mole. Now just take the example of water. Water has got two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen, right? Here are the two atoms of hydrogen and one atom. So when I combine, I take two atoms. So one atom of hydrogen is having the mass 1, another hydrogen also having the mass m. Oxygen has got the mass 16 because there are 8 proton and 8 neutrons, so total 16. Huh? So when they combine, what will be their total mass, molecular mass? It will be 16 plus 1 plus 1, 16 plus 1 plus 1, which comes out to be 18. So the total mass of molecular mass, now water is not an atom, na, it is molecular with two hydrogen and one oxygen. Huh? So molecular mass will be the addition of all these individual one which give rise to the 18. So what we did, if molecular mass of hydrogen was, but how many are there? Two are there. So 1 into 2 which gives 2. Oxygen there are 16 or 1. But how many atoms we have? Only just one atom. So 16 ones are 16. So total 2 plus 16, 18 is the molecular mass of the water. Now children, if we know the formula, molecular formula of the atom, and if we know atomic masses, I'll repeat, atomic masses of the constituent element, we are ready able to find out the molecular mass. For example, we were knowing hydrogen is 1, oxygen is 16, so we were able to find out the molecular mass of water, that is 16 plus 1 plus 1, that is 18, isn't it? So let us have the practice of that. So I hope all are ready with the notebook and pen. So let us solve it. Now you can see in your textbook page number 51, your fifth line and the fourth line contains the atomic masses. You can see the same thing on the screen also. So here we have the atomic masses of the various atoms. Right? In the bracket it is written oxygen 16, nitrogen 14, carbon ka 12. You have the potassium 39, sulfur 32, calcium 40, sodium 23, chlorine 35.5, magnesium 24, and aluminium 27. Last is aluminium, which is 27. This is given, and you are supposed to find out the molecular mass of the substances. Then the substance are NaCl, MgCl2, KNO3, H2O2, AlCl3, CaOH twice, MgO, H2SO4, HNO3, NaOH, etc. So let us see the method how we can do it. Okay, so let us do it. We have, I'll just take the example of H2SO4. Okay, now children, you are going to refer the masses also. first thing you are going to write down the formula H2SO4. So once you write down H2SO4, what does it indicate? How many hydrogen atoms are there? You're going to write down simultaneously in your notebook also. Write down H2SO4. It means what? We have two hydrogen atom, we have one sulfur atom, and we have four oxygen atom. Correct? So write down this. Once you do this, after this, you are going to write down the atomic mass of the different substances. So you have two. What is the atomic mass of hydrogen? See in that this part and tell me. Atomic masses are there on the screen. Yes, very good. 1. And of sulfur, 32. And of oxygen, 16. Right? So what I did, first step, write down how many atoms of each constituents are there. Thereafter, next step, you are going to write down the atomic masses of it. Now you have to multiply all these things. 2 ones are 2. 1 into 32, 32. 4 into 64, 4 into 64, 64. Okay. So once you find out all this, now find out the total answer. Total answer is 98. Everyone is able to solve it. Have you written in your notebook? Write down please. All of you write down this. H2SO4 is only written on the screen, so that only you have to write down. H2SO4, that is equal to 2 in the bracket H plus 1 in the bracket S plus 4 in the bracket O. Yes. Yeah, I'm telling that. Yeah. Now, children, as you know, the Dalton was U, which is the, you can say that the unified mass which has been accepted as a atomic mass nowadays. So that U, which value we have seen just now, 1.66 into 10 raised to minus 27. That is the unit of it. So finally, after the calculation, in the last step, you are going to write down U. U stands for Dalton. Okay, and the value is 1.66 into 10 raised to minus 27. Fine, we'll practice one more. Okay, we'll practice one more. I'm solving here only. You also try to solve because this is surely going to come in your exam. Surely. They will be giving you atomic mass. They will be giving you formula or not formula. At least they will say, okay, find out of sulfuric acid. Then you should know the formula. So like that. So I am doing little difficult now. I'm taking CaOH twice. CaOH twice. Okay. So that we are going to find out. So what does it indicate, children? Ca one time plus two times O and H. Right? See here I have written children not multiplication addition. O plus H. Is this chart clear? OH, what does it mean? One atom of oxygen and one atom of hydrogen. So I am separating it by addition side. Here it is not multiplication, okay? It is addition. Is this part clear to you? So let us put the atomic mass of calcium is 40. plus 2 into 16 is of oxygen and 1 is of hydrogen. Correct? So you have 40 plus 2 into 17. So it is 40 plus 17 twos are 34. So add it, you will get 74 Dalton. 74 Dalton. So I taught you also whenever this part of the now rest of the sums, children, are the homework. Rest of the sum which are given on page number 51 is homework. Clear to you, everyone? So you are going to complete that in the notebook. Then we'll go towards the next part which talks about the mole. Now, one interesting thing, children, suppose I have taken 10 grams of tur dal, 10 grams of masoor dal, 10 grams of chana dal. Okay, 10 grams I have taken. See, I am measuring here on the weighing scale and it is showing me 10 grams. So when I am taking 10 grams of each, all these 10 grams. Now, just roughly just tell me the number of the grains of dal in masoor will be equal to of तुअर दाल के जितने दाने हैं it will be same because both are 10 grams. As they are 10 gram, the number of dal you can count it 1 2 3 4. अगर ये confusion होता है, just give you an example of you can take wheat and rice. I hope everyone at least seen wheat and rice. So 10 grams of wheat and 10 grams of rice. If you'll take and if you'll count one, ek dana, do dana, like that, you go on counting. The number of my question is number of the grains of the rice will be equal to the number of grains of wheat. No, not possible. So thick wheat is motu, isn't it? It is little thicker than the rice. Similarly, here also tur dal and the masoor dal is of not the same size. Size differs. So number of the grains will not be same. You can take the simple example of bajra. If you remember, bajra is too small, like the mustard. They're too small. And if you compare it with the uh, jowar or wheat, they are bigger. So obviously number of bajra seeds will be more. So what I'm concluding here, just see, listen to me now carefully. I had taken 10 grams. So mass wise both were same. Mass wise both were same. But number of molecules is different, right? Number of molecules are different. So that gives me a need of some other things to define. As the number of the seeds are not same, similarly you can just take uh, what you call as molecules. Okay, is it possible to weigh one molecule using the weighing balance? Or if I'll take uh, the same number of molecules of sodium chloride and water, will it give the same weight? No, it will not give the same weight. So if we want to the equal number of molecules, नहीं मेरे को number wise सब same चाहिए, then how much should be taken weight wise? A big confusion is there, right? So as we have learned in the law of the chemical combination, we know it that the atom number of atoms which are taking part in the reactions are fixed. उससे अगर ज्यादा होगा तो उसका कोई reaction नहीं होगा, right? It will be wasted. So every time I'm not going to take the electron microscope and take एक one atom. Is it possible? Array, in our lab we don't have only electron microscope. We have the simple microscope and compound microscope. Electron microscope is too costly and too big also. Not it is not used in the school. So how can I do the chemical reaction? I can't do. No, you can do. There is something new which is defined. Let me tell you that. Now, as you know that oxygen atom is diatomic in nature, right? You have O2 means you have oxygen plus oxygen. Two atom of oxygen, they can now live independently as oxygen molecule. So one oxygen atomic mass is 16. Another also has got 16. So when they are forming the molecule, 16 plus 16, 32 Dalton is the mass of oxygen, right? Now what I have taken, I have just taken one molecule of oxygen. Now I have seen that the atomic mass comes out to be 32 Dalton. So just replace this Dalton by grams. Replace this Dalton by grams. So you will get 32 grams of oxygen. That is called as 1 mole. Molecule nahi, 1 mole. 1 mole of oxygen. So what is 1 mole? 1 mole of, now I'll just take any of the compound, not just oxygen. So 1 mole of a compound is the mass of that substance in grams. Right? We had taken oxygen, उसका molecular mass निकला, that became got as 32. Expressed in the grams, so 32 grams. That is called as 1 mole. Followed. So for example, how we have 1 kg is 1000 grams. In a similar manner, we have 1 mole of oxygen is 32 grams of oxygen. Is it clear? Now the shortcut way, see, for kilogram we are using kg na. So for mole, we are using the letter M, letters MOL. This is nothing but same as mole. This is a complete word and this is, you can say, the symbolic way na, with a right. So we are not just writing M. M stands for meter also na. So we cannot. So MOL, three letters are used. Fine. So how will you write down mathematically? You will have the number of moles of a substance, which normally denoted by N, is equal to mass of the substance in the gram divided by the molecular mass of a substance. For example, suppose I have taken 48 grams. How much? 48 grams of oxygen I have taken. हाँ, तो कितना मोल लिया? So how will you find out? We'll write down 48 because that is the weight mass of a substance in grams. So 48 divided by the molecular mass. Now what is the molecular mass of oxygen? Just now we have seen in the previous slide. It is 32. Right? So 3, 16 threes are 16 twos are 3 upon 2. 3 upon 2 is nothing but 1.5. So what is the answer? The number of moles of a substance is 1.5. Followed. So this is how we are taking.